And one of my favorite things about a crab boil, obviously, is the seafood, but it's nothing like that buttery, delicious corn on the cob when you sop it all up with the juices. So I'm gonna show you, if you're having that crab boil craving, how to make the crab boil corn on the cob my way at home. All right, now let's talk about what we need to make this delicious corn. You don't need a lot of ingredients, so let's go through them. The first thing you're gonna need is a pot of boiling water. I already got that done right here. Depending on how many corn on the cobs you use, I'm using 12, so I got a nice size of pot of water. And let's talk about the ingredients here. I got 5 cloves of garlic that, of course, I'm gonna smash. I got the kosher salt. You need that, like a tablespoon and a half. Of course, the seasoning is the star here. I got the House of Flavor Kicking Crab seasoning. This has everything that I personally like on the inside of it. The flavor, the heat, the sweetness is amazing. I got a stick of butter, and of course, I got some cracked pepper. And the ultimate star of the show, of course, is the corn itself. And guess what? I'm using frozen corn on the cob because that's all we need. If you want fresh, feel free to use it. But I like the way the frozen corn on the cob absorbs all the flavor, just like when you go to the crab boil place. So let's go ahead and get this in the pot and get this thing going. All right, here we go. Now let's get that smashed garlic in there. You want to season this water up really nice. You got the salt. Of course, this is the magic here, that kicking crab, the color and the smell of this. Look at the color of that. It's unbelievable. There we go. And then you want to take that butter, put that butter in there. Mix that up a little bit. Look at that color. That color is already beautiful. That's exactly what you want in a good crab boil. And finally, you want to add the corn. You don't want to just drop this all in because you will splash. Get this in there. And we're going to come back here in about 30 minutes to an hour. And I say that because the longer you cook it, it gets really soft. So depending on if you like this to be really soft, you like it to be a little firm, I'm gonna let it cook about 40 minutes because that's how I like it. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna make the actual glazed sauce that goes over top. The butter sauce is unbelievable, and that ties this meal together, and you're done. Now, one thing I almost forgot to mention, which is very important, halfway through your cooking time when you're boiling your corn, you wanna make sure that you add some milk. Milk tends to bring out the natural sweetness of the corn, and I personally really like it and suggest, if you've never done it, to do it too. So we're gonna pour this milk in here halfway through and let this corn continue to boil. Now that the corn is done boiling and the flavor and the tenderness is all there, we're gonna make the sauce, the crab boil sauce that basically gives you that flavor that goes over top of the corn. So I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in the pan, and I have roughly about 7 tablespoons of garlic because I like garlic. You don't have to have this much if you don't want it. You just want to move this around in that olive oil until it's fragrant, until you begin to smell it. You don't want to overcook it. Garlic can burn really quick if you overheat it. Let's get this in there. And once you begin to smell it, I'm going to get you a stick of butter like that. Drop that stick of butter in there. Because as I always say, butter makes everything better. Yeah. Make sure you control that heat, adjust that heat down, and I'm gonna put another half stick in there. So that for me, that's a stick and a half. And then you wanna get you a whole lemon, because I like to add a little of the acidity inside. And you just wanna squeeze that lemon inside there just like that. I'm gonna squeeze both of them in there. You could even drop the lemon in there for a little bit just to get some of that flavor inside. And then your final step, which is my favorite part in bringing this all together, is to take that House of Flavor Kicking Crab seasoning and watch this. This transforms the whole, this makes the base of the sauce. That's just gonna be delicious over that corn on the cob. Look at that color. Look at that, oh man. This spice blend has all the perfect sweetness. It has the right amount of heat. Look at that. That's exactly what you want right there. Look at that. Now that the corn is ready, look at how juicy and buttery that corn already is. We want to take that, put that in your plate. Some of that juice is fine. This is already delicious. The crab boil sauce is just going to bring that to a whole nother level. I wish I can share this with y'all. I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart. So every bite of this that I take, I'm gonna be thinking about you. Now you wanna pour a little bit of this juice in the bowl. Not a whole lot, just enough. And now you wanna take this sauce that we've created over here, right here. What I like to do is put a little bit of extra of that water inside here to thin it out. There we go. Look at that. And here is the magic shot. This is what we want. This is what we waited for. Look at this. Oh, man. And the beauty of this here is this can be you can eat this as is. This can be a side for dinner. This can be a holiday dish. But especially if you, one, love corn on the cob, but you also love a crab boil flavor, this thing is hit. And there you have it. You got your crab boil corn on the cob. But let me tell you, if there's no recipe you've tried this month, this one should be it because it is juicy. And delicious. Subscribe, leave me a comment. Let me know how you're feeling. Share it with the world. Enjoy.